Race number 2 is the Miss Australia Awards, and of course Miss ACT will be here today.
She certainly will. I think the John Morrissey stable will win this with the beautifully bred gelding Ken Point number 1, to beat number 8, which is Armed Pirate, and my third selection is number 7, I'm Captain Jack, 1 to beat 8 and 7.
Ken Point, of course, last time out was a very good debut in being placed. Now across to race number 3, unfortunately only a field of 5.
Again, I'm going for the Morrissey stable, number 4, Iron Brew, here to beat number 1, Anne's an Angel, and my third selection, number 2, Proper Thing, 4 to beat 1 and 2.
Now race 4, a class 4, and we have 7 runners to go around here, and Attain looks pretty hard to beat to me.
Certainly does, but I'm going for the one resuming, number 4, Coo Cullen is the pronunciation, number 4, Coo Cullen from the Gary Kirkup stable, to beat number 3, Royal Commissioner, who loves the mud, and for third, number 1, Attain, 4-3-1.
Now across to race 5, the Canberra Cup Countdown, an open handicap, and do you see any of these going on to Canberra Cup heights?
I certainly do. Chosen Warrior is the one. It's another one of our good horses, along with Kingston Shores and Farzak. Pretty hard to see Chosen Warrior beaten. Number 4, Chosen Warrior, to beat number 5, Wattway, and for third, number 2, down in Monterey, 4, 5 and 2.
As the jockeys go out for the first, we move across to race number 6, a class 2.
Yeah, here I like number 6, Bob Sandboy. Will handle the conditions, Bob Sandboy. Craig Rickson riding, to beat number 1, Brunderosi, and third, number 5, Goldport, 6-1-5, race 6.
Now race 7, one of the better events of the day. I found this a very, very hard race to assess, with Farzak, of course, back to Canberra class in this Class 6 event.
Yeah, well, I know the Frank Cleary stables, they're keen to get Farzak in the Canberra Cup in 3 weeks' time. So if Farzak is to get a run, has to win today. Number 6, Farzak, to beat number 8, which is Ann City Roller, and for third, number 4, Balaclava Bell.
And a top race is the last, with recent Rosehill winner Truly Diamonds engaged in the open handicap.
And that is the bet of the day. It is undoubtedly the bet of the day. Number 5, Truly Diamonds, to beat number 6, Star High, and for third, number 3, Perfect Rapture, but number 5, Truly Diamonds, the bet of the day.
I love that confidence, Tony. Good calling.
Thank you, Hilton. Thank you very much.
Good on you. Tony Campbell there, who'll bring you a description of the first event. Matthew, coming up pretty soon.
Have a good day there, Hilton. I know the hospitality's usually pretty good at the ACT Racing Club. All the best there for their Sunday race day today. Now, they're pretty close at Warwick Farm. The first race is only about 6 minutes' time. Here's the latest market. Zabil's Pride, 580. 870, Capital Call. 450, Movie Stars. Sakana Bow, 810. Fenian, 12. 18 for Notre Cheval. 49, Tower High, and $5, Kane Solo. Kamiyama is a scratching. So 450, Movie Stars looks to be the elect. $10, Pagas a Pearl, and Royal Longa at $10. That's for the first at Canberra in 6 minutes. Now, Tony Campbell's selections. He's going 3-1-9 in the first. Movie Stars, Zabil's Pride and Kane Solo, 3, 1 and 9. And let's go live to Canberra. Hopefully Hilton might be able to steer us into the winner of this first race, which is coming up in a couple of minutes. Back to you, Hilton.
Thanks, Matt. Runners are at the barrier here for the running of the first event. I can tell you that on course 1 and 3 are virtual equal favourites, ahead of 9, and then further out to 2 and 12. But for his mounting yard male, the much sought after mounting yard male, Michael Heath, the best judge in Canberra. How are you, Michael?
Good, mate. How are you? And well done, Hilton, for the Newcastle Cup Carnival. Well called, and it was certainly a good carnival, and you handled it with distinction. It
surprises me that you heard any seeing you work in a bank. Did you sneak out in the lunch hour?
Oh, yeah, I ducked out to watch the Newcastle Cup. Yes, I did, and that's okay, but I wasn't on the winner. Horses are assembling behind the barrier for race 1, Hilton, and in what is a very open betting affair, and not a lot of confidence in the betting in light of the fact that the track is very wet, and the pattern of racing probably will be getting out wider. Number 9, Kane Solo, comes up on top. Had the 2 runs back from a break now, Kane Solo. Both on wet ground, both occasions found the line very, very, very strongly. The 1,400-metre trip looks ideal, and I did think he did look very well placed here, Kane Solo, this mare. Hardest to beat, number 3, Movie Stars from the informed Ken Callaghan camp. Good placing here last start. Coming back down to 1,400 metres from a couple of 1,600-metre runs, but that shouldn't bother him on this wet ground, and certainly he's improved in condition. And number 2, Capital Call. John Scorse on board, a significant riding change. Had been ridden by a couple of apprentices of recent times, and Capital Call can go well when given the right opportunities, and well drawn here out wider on the track too. That will be an advantage. Number 1, Zabil's Pride, the favourite on course. I can't fault his condition. Is a query in wet ground though. So summing up, Hilton 9 from 3 and 2.
All right, Michael, and we'll talk to you before race 2.
Cheers.
Good on you. Michael Heath there with the late mail. Let's have a quick last look at the market here at Canberra. And we've got Zabil's Pride at odds of 9 to 2, $10 for Capital Call. Movie Stars Affirm it to 380. The late mail is for 9, Kane Solo. Matt Bravado has a couple of key rides here today. $4.70, a Carnival 750. Number 12, just quickly. And number 12 is coming up for you now. Pagasa Pearl. Sorry, the 14 was the one that was in the market. Number 14, Royal Ogner at $11. Perhaps a little bit of overs there. Craig Rickson rides number 12 behind the barrier for the running of the first event. Back to you, Matt.
Righto, Hilt, thanks for that, and have a good day at Canberra. Of course, Michael Heath, a terrific judge, a great form student, and no doubt he'll be tipping plenty of winners there at Canberra this afternoon. Now, 2 Group 1 races at Caulfield today. That is our main meeting on Sky Race Day, the Vichealth Cup and the Underwood Stakes, and as I mentioned earlier, a great support car. John Russell will be calling the meeting for us. Let's have a look what he is.
Track rated heavy. It's a fine day. We've had no rain today. There's a bit of high cloud about, but it's a fine, cloudy day. Now, waiting on Pegasa Pearl and Capital Call to move along. 1400 the journey of the first. Pegasa Pearl about to go along. Tower High stands up. Zabiel's Pride, Royal Ogner. Now Capital Call goes up. That will leave Pegasa Pearl the last one. A fine cloudy day. Track rating heavy. Now Pegasa Pearl goes up, so they're all in. Boxed and ready for the first. Stand by. Waiting on the light. 1400 the journey. And away they go, a good level start with the exception of Royal Ogner and Capital Call, who went back to the tail of the field. Zabiel's Pride, Tower High ridden with the whip as prominent, so too is Not Vichealth and out wide Movie Stars. Fenian is driving through in that grip, a good race for the lead. Getting back behind those, Cane Solo, followed then by Pegasa Pearl, Royal Ogner and Capital Call about a length at the tail of the field. On settling down in the back straight, they've got about 900 to go. There's about a line of 5 down towards the inside, Zabiel's Pride. In second place, Tower High, Fenian in that grip, so too is Not Vichealth. Still caught wide Movie Stars, a break behind those in the field, Cane Solo. Off the track, Pegasa Pearl. Down towards the inside then, as they make the way down the track, was Royal Ogner and Capital Call at the tail of the field, and back third last was Sakana Bow. As they leave the back and race down the side, 700 out, Zabiel's Pride is the leader. In second place, Fenian, followed then by Movie Stars going up on the outside. Back behind those in the field, Cane Solo, Pegasa Pearl still off the track, Royal Ogner's next. Capital Call is going wide, Sakana Bow well back, followed by Not Vichealth, and forget about Tower High, but around the turn, and here they go towards the outside fence, out very wide. It's Movie Stars going very wide as race to the lead. Movie Stars raced away. Zabiel's Pride battling on Cane Solo, followed then by Capital Call down the outside and back behind those Fenian. But as they race down towards the 200, it's Movie Stars under the whip, the leader Cane Solo battling away, followed by Zabiel's Pride and Royal Ogner into the clear is running on. It's Movie Stars just in front. Royal Ogner's on the outside coming quickly. Royal Ogner raced up on the outside, raced to the lead near the line, and Royal Ogner's too good. Royal Ogner first. Movie Stars second, now Cane Solo third. Zabiel's Pride is fourth, followed by Capital Call. Back behind those Fenian, a long break behind those Sakana Bow, and pulling up a long way behind that group of horses, Pegasa Pearl and Not Vichealth.
Number 14, Royal Ogner, $14.50 and $3.30. Movie Stars $1.50 and 9. Cane Solo to pay $1.60. Royal Ogner taking the first race at Canberra, ridden by Rolly Saxton, who rides plenty of winners. In fact, the last meeting they had there, I think he rode 3 or 4, 2 or 3 it was. Now, Warwick Farm Race 1 was won by 6.
And away they go. They're off and running now. It's windy again on the inside, away with them. Silver Glade east to the back of the field when they settle down with Golden Blitz, and out fast Sovereign Squall with Carnelian going up on the outside of it settling. Carnelian from the outside is going to go to the front from Sovereign Squall, and Golden Finale is back a length and a half away running third, 1.5 further back Litmus. Then Silver Glade from its windy again, and Golden Blitz last of all. Up the back they race towards the 1150 metre mark, and Carnelian out in front by 2 lengths now to Sovereign Squall, 1 further back Golden Finale. A length further back fourth is Litmus, 3/4 then Silver Glade moving up on the outside fifth, a length and a half Golden Blitz, and 3/4 last of all it's windy again. 1,000 to go. Carnelian comes down the side and slows them up in front, nearly a length in front of Golden Finale, 1 then to Sovereign Squall, 3/4 Silver Glade fourth, 1 off the fence, 2 further back Litmus, a half the outside Golden Blitz, and 2 to it's windy again. 800 out, not a great deal of speed. Carnelian in front for Young Curry, about 3/4 Golden Finale, Sovereign Squall third inside Silver Glade, 2 further back it's windy again, went around the outside of Golden Blitz and back on the inside the top weight at the 600 Litmus. At the turn now they race, and Carnelian about a neck in front of Golden Finale. Silver Glade goes up, 3 out, 4 out, it's windy again. They start to really clap on the speed now. Sovereign Squall back on the inside running fourth from Golden Blitz. Carnelian first for home, about 3/4 Silver Glade quickly going out after it. Sovereign Squall with nowhere to go. Carnelian the leader down to the 250 metre mark. Silver Glade is laying it down to it now. They come away now from Golden Finale. It's windy again. Carnelian grabbed by Silver Glade. Silver Glade a half length in front holds Carnelian, and then further back Golden Finale and Silver Glade. Silver Glade a half length on the line. Carnelian 2 away third Golden Finale from Litmus out late. Then it's windy again. Sovereign Squall back on the inside of Golden Blitz.
Number 3, Silverglade, 392.20 from 5, Carnelian, $1.90, correct weight Canberra on
3 Silverglade, 362.10, 5 Carnelian, 190, no third.
King had the last crack at Carnelian and has beaten it about 1/2 to 3/4 down to the post. Settled up fourth, went off the fence and quickly went up to Carnelian when they got to the 350-metre mark and was too good. 3 Silverglade, Stephen King, 5 Carnelian, Luke Curry second. Third placing goes to 4, and that's Golden Finale, Luke Dowson. The boy on the leader did slow them up in front. Had a pretty good run along in front, Carnelian had the favours. But Silverglade, who met at 3 kilos worse for their meeting at Flemington last outing when there was a head between them, Silverglade back to this track where he really races well here, Silverglade, and he was too strong. Bazaar, bit of specking for this mare today, Australis Bazaar, last couple of moments of betting as she goes up.
15.50 and 3.30, 150 Movie Stars, 160 Cane Solo, 21.20 Quinella, and the trifecta paid $379.80 on race 1 at Canberra. Hilton did say that Royal Ogner was a lot shorter on track than the 14.50 that was offered on the tape. Okay, time for the meeting at Caulfield. Million 190, no third Golden Finale, 5.20 Quinella, trifecta $104 even on race 1. Stephen King, 3 yesterday at Caulfield. He's ridden the first 3 yesterday at Sandown, and he's ridden the first winner at Caulfield today. So 4 winners, 4 Metropolitan winners on the weekend so far. He's a top jockey. The Spring Carnival continues today on Sky Channel with the running of 2 Group 1 races in Melbourne. Caulfield is the venue. We've had the first race. It was won by Silverglade. Still all the good races to come, including the Vichealth Cup and the Underwood Stakes. Please stay with us for that. It'll be great. Now, let's have a look at...
Thanks very much, Matthew. Yes, the runners are in the yard for the running of the next event here at Canberra. We've got Warwick Farm coming up very shortly. Leading local trainer John Morrissey has quite a few runners today in races 3, 5, 6, 7 and 8. His best 2 chances look to be coming up in the next 2 events. I speak of race 2 here, number 1, Ken Point, race 3, number 4, and race 5, number 3, Samaya Amu, and John joins us now. John, firstly, here's the Prince, ran a terrific race in the Shannon Quality yesterday.
Yeah, he's coming along very nicely.
Is the Epsom his target?
Yeah, next start hopefully be in the Epsom.
He's one of Villiers. Is he perhaps better now than then?
Yeah, he's going tremendous at the moment.
So where will his next run be?
In the Epsom, a fortnight.
And he's pulled up all right today?
Yeah.
All right, we'll look out for Here's the Prince, and of course Here's the Point. The mother has gone to octagonal.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
The horse of the moment. Now, Ken Point, of course, here at the previous meeting, Ken Point was a runner-up at his debut and was expected indeed to win. How's he pulled up from that?
Yeah, we've given him a bit of time to get over it. He's not the best-legged horse for him, but I think the soft track will help him today. It'll be very hard to beat.
And of course, today's distance, once again, 1,030 metres. You didn't think of stepping him up?
No, I haven't done a lot with him between runs because he's not the best in the legs, so had to keep him a bit new.
Now, one of your horses that was heavily backed to win the last time I was here was Iron Brewer, a big grey horse who was a little bit wayward in the home straight. He had to survive a protest. Is he likely to be more tractable today?
Oh, he doesn't know a lot yet. You know, he's very difficult for these horses starting off, and they've got to race on the outside fence all the time. So, you know, we're hoping he'll win, but we're not won't be too, jumping over cliffs if he gets beaten.
And Samaya Amu seems to love the wet. He's in race 5.
Loves it, but his last couple of starts, he's missed the start very badly. You know, if he jumps, he'll go well, but there's a big if with him.
All right, let's go to John Tappan. Good luck, John.
Thank you.
The tail of the field, Gullible bounced out in front.
For our next race, that's Morphettville race 1. So let's go back to Canberra and Hilton Donaldson.
Thanks very much, Matthew. The runners are on the track for the running of race number 2. We have a very short-priced favourite on course here in Ken Point in the red on the track. The other first starter from the John Morrissey stable, which I didn't get the chance to ask John about, is Doc Marbles. And Doc Marbles is well and truly the second pick. The other first starter, Termeal, is also in the market as well. So these newcomers are certainly well thought of here, but Ken Point is expected to win quite easily, Michael.
Yeah, it does look well placed here. Hilton made its debut back here on the 24th of August, a very good second behind a horse called Part 2, which ran second at Canterbury Park recently. That form is held up, of course, and Ken Point, who ran a good race on that occasion, has improved in condition, and John Morrissey, Matthew Carl, a great combination, does look well placed, but as you pointed out, very short odds. hardest to beat. John Stablemate, number 6, Doc Marbles, trialled very nicely here back in the middle of August. I ran third in the trial here. By Centro, they like the ground, and the horse has been turned out particularly well. And also number 7, I'm Captain Jack, resuming from a spell, trained by Frank Cleary. Only had the 2 runs. Perhaps needs another run or 2 to get up, find his best, but this field lacks a little bit of depth, and I'm Captain Jack will be storming home down the outside. Of the other first starters, 2 Meal is in the market. It trialled ordinarily at Maruya recently. I don't expect 2 Meal to figure in the finish.
Your trial form extends far and wide, Michael?
Yeah,
You've got the Maruya trial form.
Yeah, we've got a good source of people that do the barrier trials for us, and it is very helpful, of course. And another one that does look well is number 8, Iron Pirate, trained by Keith Dryden, been racing consistently, will go forward, which will be an advantage. But summing up, Kent Point does look the winner, hardest to beat, 6 Doc Marbles and 7 I'm Captain Jack.
All right, 167 race 2. We'll join you for race 3. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, we've got this race coming up at Morphettville and, of course, the Canberra event race number 2. We might be able to have a look at the market. Here we go. Kent Point, $2.10. That's value. Odds on other TABs. Value compared to the track price. What a Dreams at 17. Prevail 34. The big over at that quote is number 6, Doc Marbles. The $12, the $18, the $22. A definite over by comparison to the track. A clear second pick, as we mentioned. I'm Captain Jack at $6.50. Armed Pirate 11, Royal Imperialist at $10, and the others are good odds. Number 9, Termeal, of course, you saw there. Well, Tony Campbell says they're arriving at the barrier stalls. He'll be back with race number 2 soon.
We'll certainly be keeping an eye on Doc Marbles in that second race. Now, thanks, Hilton. We've got some news at Echuca that after the first race, and the second at Canberra in a moment. Doc Marbles has firmed up to $8.80, and I'm Captain Jack at $10. They look to be the top 3 in the market, but certainly Ken Point has been very short throughout. Coastal Image there at $11, and they're moving in pretty well. Only 1 or 2 to go up. Here's Tony.
Tamil coming up towards the line, so they're just about set now. The Miss Australia Awards maiden handicap, 1,030 metres the journey. Now the line appears to be set. Waiting on the light. Coastal Image, there's the light. Race 2, and away they go. Now Brevellin was slowly away, and Dame Opera didn't jump all that well. Nor did I'm Captain Jack, and showing speed was Armed Pirate, followed by Doc Marbles, who's going up on the outside, and Royal Imperialist in that group. A break behind those, Ken Point settling down 4th, followed by Termeal. Then What Dreams, I'm Captain Jack, a centre field, followed by Dame Opera. Getting back was Coastal Image, followed by Brevellin, and Vain Capture at the tail of the field as they race up towards the turn. Inside the 600, out very wide, it's Doc Marbles leading, Royal Imperialist in the centre. Armed Pirate is a close third on the inside. Getting a run between horses, Ken Point is running on, going very wide was Dame Opera, and wider out still there was I'm Captain Jack, followed by Termeal. Back behind those in the field was Armed Pirate, and then What Dreams, and well back Brevellin as they race down with about 300 to go. Very wide on the track, Ken Point has raced up on the outside of the stablemate Doc Marbles. They're battling it out, followed then by Dame Opera, the widest runner, and the next one was Armed Pirate as Doc Marbles just in front, although Ken Point's got it on the outside now. Ken Point put the head in front near the line. Doc Marbles kicks back, but Ken Point is too good. Ken Point has beaten the stablemate Doc Marbles. Dame Opera's third, followed by Armed Pirate. In behind those Coastal Image, followed further back then What Dreams, then Royal Imperialist, Vain Capture, Brevellin, I'm Captain Jack, second last, and Termeal was last.
Matthew Carl, Ken Point number 1, $1.70 and $1 for the place the grey over Doc Marbles, $2.40, and Dame Opera, $8.20. A 1, 6 and 5 on race number 2 at Canberra. Now at Morphettville, the placings are through on race number 1. And, well, that's the winner. Number 4, Commiss. Number 9 got second, Sergeant Bilko, and 3 was third, Born Again Zam. So it's 4, 9 and 3. Across the line, 320, 160, 250 and 140. Sure is racing in terrific form. Commiss winning the first event at Morphettville, so a pretty popular...
Racing, she knuckled little jumping away. Angel's Image didn't appear to lose much ground. She bounced in front, actually, with Innocent Affair going up and heading her off. When they settle now, Innocent Affair took over from Angel's Image and further out Princess Cara. Amati's Eclata's going forward around the outside from Recitals, followed by Tippy Fairway Lass easing back. Further back, Queen's Rule out a little deep around Shiosaki from Top Ratio, 2 to Australis Bazaar. A length further back, Lumpy's Princess. Fairway Lass had to lose ground there and ease back again. Further back was Spectrum, Sunny Lane. Last of all, Mississippi Gamble. Down the side, Angel's Image pushed up on the inside to hold the front. Angel's Image about a neck in front of Innocent Affair. 2 further back, Princess Cara. Recitals fourth, the fence. Amati's a clap, 3 out. 2 further back, Shiosaki. Tippy on the inside from Queen's Rule, 3 deep. A length and a half further back, Top Ratio. Australis Bazaar outside it at the 800. 1 to Fairway Lass, 1 to Lumpy Princess, 2 Sunny Lane. A neck further back than in the race, Spectrum. Last of all, Mississippi Gamble. 600 out. The leader is Angel's Image, a half in front of Innocent Affair. A length and a half further back, third, but out wide is Amati's a clap. Recitals ahead away, fourth, the fence. Princess Cara niggled at fifth, then Queen's Rule. Tippy further back from Shiosaki, followed by Lumpy's Princess. Around the outside of Australis Bazaar, Sunny Lane wide from Fairway Lass, Top Ratio, Spectrum. Mississippi Gamble, Angel's Image first for home, 350 out. About 3/4 Innocent Affair, 2 to Recitals, getting into the clear. They've skipped away from the others, and it's Angel's Image, a neck in front from Innocent Affair, and Recitals on the outside, hands and heels. Angel's Image finding a bit of neck in front, hands and heels again from Innocent Affair. Angel's Image in front, she's too good. Angel's Image nearly a length on the line. Second, Innocent Affair, ahead away, third, Recitals. Out wide, Spectrum flashed home from Lumpy Princess. Then further back, Sunny Lane, a gap then Fairway Lass, didn't have much luck. From Top Ratio, Queen's Rule, Shiosaki, Mississippi Gamble. Further back, Amati's a clap, Tippy. Then Australis Bazaar and Princess Cara near the tail.
5 Angel's Image, 370, 170. 2 Innocent Affair, 350. 7 Recitals for third, 280.
5 Angel's Image, 350, 170. 2 Innocent Affair, 390. 7 Recitals to pay $3. Correct weight Adelaide on the previous.
Canberra on race 2.
If there was to be a way, one was Innocent Affair, but she couldn't go on with the job, and Angel's Image was holding her safely as the post was reached. The winning margin, a length, a long neck between second and third, a length by a long neck. The margins in the second of the day here at Caulfield going to Angel's Image, Danny Brereton, defeating number 2 Innocent Affair, Lincoln Coffee, and Recitals third, number 7 Damien Oliver. Back to Matthew, and a race which will attract a lot of attention here. The next event to follow on the card is the Jim McDonald Stakes, and of course we've got Show No Emotion, who's unbeaten in 4 starts so far, making a reappearance in the JD McDonald Stakes. That event due to go at 1:47.
I'm looking forward to Sky Race Day. To Canberra, here's Hilton.
Thanks very much, Matthew. We're being joined by Melissa Polak, who is Miss ACT as part of the Miss Australia Awards. And Melissa, welcome to Sky Channel.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased to be here.
Tell us, how did you become Miss ACT?
I was selected as Miss ACT through being involved with the Miss Australia Awards last year as a participant, where I was joined by a group of other girls. We fundraised all through the year, and then we went through a selection process in November, and I was selected as Miss ACT for public speaking, presentation, as well as my fundraising and knowledge of the Spastic Centre.
When you say fundraising, what does the Miss Australia Awards raise funds for?
We raise funds for people with cerebral palsy, which is actually done through the Spastic Centre of New South Wales and ACT.
Did you enjoy it?
Had a fantastic time. I'd recommend it highly to any young women out there seeking a challenge.
Just how demanding is it?
It's more challenging, not demanding. You have to balance your work, you know, your social time, as well as new fundraising activities. So it's something that's was very new to me, having to balance that extra activity. But I found, you know, I met a lot of great new people, a lot of new girlfriends, and it was just very rewarding for me.
And was it disappointing not being chosen as Miss Australia?
Definitely not. I guess we were all disappointed. There were 7 of us that went to national finals, but it was just such a great experience. And like I said, meeting such wonderful, you know, people. No, that was rewarding in itself. So, and it can only be one. So.
Are you a Canberra girl?
Yeah, I am. I'm a Canberra girl.
There's some exciting times coming up ahead in this city with the Floriade Festival.
Oh, Floriade's fantastic. I'm hoping to get out and have a look. Just hope the weather sort of finds up for us so we can enjoy it a lot better.
Well, thanks very much for joining us on Sky Channel today. A pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.
And I see that the criteria for Miss Australia Awards, you must be 18 years or over, be single and be an Australian citizen, so you can say hi to Matthew, a single guy in the Sky Channel studios.
Hi Matthew, how are you?
Good to see you, Melissa, and congratulations. It's Melissa Pollock with Hilton Donaldson, Miss ACT at Canberra, the nation's capital. Now, we've got Warwick Farm coming up fairly soon. Race number 3, 3-year-old fillies here, and $4.20 for graphics. Race number 2. Now, a jockey change. Canberra race 7, number 6. Farzak is going to be ridden by Michael Johnston. So that's race 7, number 6. And Michael Johnston is the new rider. And speaking of Canberra, let's go back to the track to Hilton Donaldson.
Matthew Carl is a rider who has a good book of rides to come today. He rode the previous winner, Ken Point, and he's on Iron Brew in this particular race coming up very soon. Matthew, congratulations on the win of Ken Point, and Iron Brew, a horse that you didn't ride at his first start, but he's very green, but he's very good.
Yeah, Hilton, I saw his first, I wasn't on his back. His first one was quite good. He was a bit green, but he looked very impressive, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes today in the better class.
Can he win?
I hope he can, Hilton. I wish I knew.
Punch home a double. Another good ride for you in race 4, number 6, Mon Clown. This horse, Mon Clown, is racing in very good form, but you haven't been on him recently.
No, I haven't been on his back, actually, Hilton, but he won nice 2 starts ago at Queanbeyan in the wet. Apparently he likes the wet, so he's got that today.
We spoke to John about Samai Amu, a good wet tracker and a good horse on this particular course here, but another plum ride for you comes up in the last event, race 8, number 6, Star High. Looks a good chance.
Should be hard to beat, Hilton. He likes the wet. He's won here at the track at Canberra. He's won out the distance. His last run was in the better class in, I think, a Saturday class race at Rose Hill. So he looks a strong chance, yeah.
And just briefly before you go, Matthew, Sittinghausen, you rode him in the race yesterday at Rose Hill Gardens. He ran 4th. The first time he's been unplaced. Did he handle the track?
Yeah, he got very unbalanced coming around the turn. He was a little bit uncomfortable in the going. But overall, I thought it was quite a good run.
Do you think he's looking for further?
He could be, yeah. Could be this stage of his career. He's probably got the freshness knocked off him. He probably wants a little bit further, yeah.
A marvellously performed horse, and we look out for him in the future. Any idea where he might front up next?
No idea. No connection. We'll see how he pulled up, and they'll decide from there.
Good on you. Good luck with your rides for the rest of the day.
Good, thanks, Hilton.
Good on you. Matthew Carl, one of the leading riders here at Canberra, Matthew, and he's got some good rides to come. This horse, Iron Brew, was heavily backed at his first start from the John Morrissey stable. He was all over the track. He survived a protest. If he's trained on, he'll be very hard to beat here.
Iron Brew, OK, and we'll check in with Michael Heath soon and see what he thinks about Iron Brew. But they're at the barrier at Morphettville to Canberra, and hear from Hilton and Michael Heath.
Thanks very much, Matthew. They're about to move in for the running of race number 3, a very interesting race. Now, in this particular event, Proper Thing number 2, Michael, threw the rider in the yard, in fact, fell over. Obviously quite a stressed horse, but a lot of ability, apparently.
Yeah, well tuned up for the event, Hilton, no doubt about that. He's resuming. That is a query. It's also a son of Salieri on wet ground. That's another query. Really do like the prospects in number 4 here, Hilton, Iron Brew. Saw him win here on the 24th of August. Absolutely bolted in on that occasion. The second horse has come out and won since Bantana Boy. It'll also be competitive in a race at Warwick Farm later on this afternoon, Bantana Boy. So I did think Iron Brew, again, Matthew Carl, John Morrissey. I ran yours for theirs with the bookmakers, and that price is acceptable. Hardest to beat up. The mare here won at Queanbeyan Friday week ago. Attendance, found the line real well. Well handicapped here with Tina Lawler's claim, and she can ride Tina Lawler, don't worry about that. And yeah, as you pointed out, Proper Thing, been well tuned up for a first up go, but big query wet ground.
So the numbers?
4 Iron Brew, hardest to beat, 3 Attendance and 2 Proper Thing.
Do you think they should be closer in the market than even money and etc.?
Not a lot of confidence in the betting ring outside of the favourite.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. Michael Heath there with the Mounting Yard Mail. They are, in fact, moving in here. A quick last look at the market here at Canberra before they get set. We've got $7.50 for Anne's and Angel. Proper Thing at $6.80, Attendance $7.80, perhaps some overs there, the 2 and 3. By comparison to Iron Brew at the $1.60 is very, very short on the TAB, but Stick with a strength, Beta for KO, also given a chance at $6.10. All right, we might take you at this particular stage, seeing that there's only 2 or 3 out, to Tony Campbell.
Now they're moving in well. Waiting on Iron Brew, Anne's and Angel and Beta for KO. 1,030 metres the journey. It's the Simona Class 2 handicap, third of the day. Just 3 weeks away from the Qantas Canberra Cup. 3 weeks today it is. Time really flies. It'll be a great day's racing. That is Sunday the 12th of October. Now, Iron Brew, the favourite, still out of line, as is Beata for KO. Proper Thing stands up. Anne's an Angel. Now, Iron Brew about to be let in. Only had the one start. Won well here at its only start at the last Canberra meeting. Proper Thing resuming. Had a bit of ability when last in work, Proper Thing. Now still wanting on Iron Brew. And Beata for KO. attendance. It races in the same colours as that very promising galloper Kingston Shores. It's trained by Mike Petrovic. And, of course, all the Sydney people would have seen that great win of Kingston Shores at Rose Hill last week. It's one of the top chances, the top local chances for the Canberra Cup. Should go very well. It's one of the most promising gallopers seen for a long time. Now, stand by. Line is set. Iron Brew's the favourite. Light is on. And away they go, a good level start. Attendance out wide, got away well. Iron Brew is driving through. Proper things down towards the inside and dropping back behind those then Beatificio as they settle down. Only a small field. They've got about 800 metres.